See that cloud just rolling quite quickly off the top of that hill. It is chilly this morning. Coldest morning it's been, and I was tempted to just put on a fleece, but I packed it so far down in my bag, it's just not worth the energy. And I'll heat up anyway as we get going. In the sunshine it's nice, but this isn't the nicest. It's chilly. Horrendous night's sleep. I'd say 5 or 6 out of the 9 that were in the room were snoring or talking in their sleep. Not a good night, but for that reason I'm now only leaving. It's just gone 8 o'clock. I was outside for a wee while getting some footage of the landscape around here. It is really lovely. I'm sure in winter it's maybe not as nice, but it is pretty to look at. And to see that cloud rolling in off the top of that hill. Don't know if that's what we're to expect. I think the path leads up and over that direction. Can't see any pilgrims up ahead of me, though I know there are loads because we've been hearing them all morning since about 5 o'clock, walking past the window. Don't like hills, though at the same time I'm going to have to get used to that, because over the next 6 days it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Some very steep bits, some not so steep, but not as high as we've just been doing yesterday and today. So hopefully I'll not feel it too much. I am considering trying to send my bag on, taking what I need out of it, put it in a wee backpack, tiny one, and see if that helps speed me along so that I can get to Santiago sooner rather than later. Today is a short day. It's only 20 kilometers, so I'm gonna stick with that. I know it's one of the stage points, and I was going to try and stay off stage, but I'd either have to stop before Triacastela or keep walking on for about another 10 kilometers, which would make it a very long day. So I'm going for the first option, stop in Triacastela, rest up, take it easy, and set me up for 4, maybe 5 days of good walking. I am going to have to book ahead because it's so busy, and I'll get even busier from Sarria. So I am booked in to an albergue in Triacastela for tonight, and when I get there I'll try and sort something out for tomorrow, give myself an idea of where I'm going to end up. Fingers crossed. Let's go. There we go, in Castilla y León, and now into Galicia. First marker in Galicia, 160.9. Looking a bit gloomy up ahead, so going to that mist. The breeze that is coming over the top of the mountain is Baltic, so I'm expecting that mist to feel the same. I may have to get out something warmer, but I'll see how it goes. See this mist rolling down the hillside again. The trees up here are dripping with the condensation. But yeah, we've reached O Cebreiro. Sorry. It's time to get some breakfast. I'd say the view is epic, but we can't really see it. Let's send the drone up, see if we can get above it and see what it looks like from above. Scrap that notion. I just got day clearing and felt how windy it is up here. We were in the shelter of the trees and a big wall, but now we're not. You can see how wet the ground is over there. That's literally just the condensation coming off the trees. So, time to get some breakfast. This is the church, O Cebreiro, and a dedication to the man who brought the Camino this way. Elias Valina. And there's lots of memorials on the ground here as well to the same man. I don't know if he realises the legacy that he created. Hopefully he got to see it. Between the bars, you can see the end of the church there. It's currently closed. So we'll just have to leave it at that. Epic views. This is coming down from the other side of O Cebreiro. I am going by the road. There's a sign up there that says this is the route, and then there's an alternative route up over the hill. So depending on what you read, one will tell you that the up over the hill is the traditional route, and others will tell you this. So I'm sticking with this. O Cebreiro was a bit of a disappointment, in all honesty. Shops open, but we're selling souvenirs. There's no breakfast, no food. You can get a coffee, that's about it. But everywhere else, breakfast doesn't start until 9. So we're going to keep going. We will still be going up hills, like. Not disappoint you and think that I'm out of the misery and heading smoothly downhill. There's still a lot of hills to negotiate, navigate. And suddenly we're getting loads more markers. Towards the end there, in Castilla y León, the markers disappeared really. You were lucky if you got one every 10 kilometers. So, just going to keep going and hope that that burns off so we can warm up, because it is chilly. I never expected it to be this cold, but it is chilly. So going by the road sign, we're finally at Linares. and I am hoping there is food here in some form. I have a banana, but it's not really enough. Maybe coffee. Though I'm not seeing too many people outside this place, which is a wee bit of a worry. We'll see. Wasn't so bad. Got a coffee to waken me up, a large one, and got 2 chocolate bars as well to bring with me, because the options on breakfast were quite limited there. But someone else that was in, an American lady from Washington State, she was looking for a croissant with cheese, something soft and easy to eat, and also something that you can squeeze down into your backpack quite easily. But the lady didn't have anything like that, so told her that there's a restaurant 2 kilometers on where they can get breakfast. So I'm going to keep walking there, have a wee bit of chocolate, even though it's so early in the morning. Have another hill to go up and down, and the sun's out to warm me up, and the scenery is fantastic. Hopefully in the few minutes that I was inside, it's burnt it off on the other side of the valley, so we can see down there. Liking Galicia so far. Despite the hills, I'm still liking Galicia. Right. Unfortunately, it is onwards and upwards at this point. Oh, and I also filled my first credential. So it's a little book where you get all your stamps from places you stay or places you visit. And my first one is now full. Thankfully, I had already received a second one from the Camino Society of Ireland. So wherever I stop next, we'll get a stamp for there. And yep, the other side of the valley has opened up. So it's just a bit of a hill climb now, and then back down another side. It does look like home. The sun's burnt off most of the mist in the valley, quite quickly too, while we're climbing up again. But thankfully, once we reach the top, it should be downhill. I can see why people plan for this only to be a 20k sort of day, because the up and down is really working your legs. Yesterday it was all uphill. The heels were getting butchered. Today, going downhill, toes are getting squeezed. Time to get a photo. paused back there, patiently waiting. The bits coming downhill are very gradual, very slow, so you don't really feel them too much. But the uphill parts, they're a shock to the system. They're very aggressive uphills like that. So I'll not lie to you, I'll be stopping quite a few times going up this one. Haven't had any breakfast yet, still just the coffee and a couple of bites of chocolate and the water that I have on me. But yeah, this is not looking all that nice to go up. So looks like there's maybe a rest stop at the very top, mind you. Some reward. It's not a nice hill to come up. But the views are epic. So stop for, I was planning to have something to eat, but it didn't quite work out like that. So stopped, had another coffee and had some revival, whatever it's called, and water, and was sitting chatting with a guy called Neil originally from Banbridge, now lives in East Belfast, and he's been doing 50-60 kilometers a day. He'd started it last year and was walking in August, so he got as far as Burgos, and this year he has a flight booked later this week, so he sort of has to be getting on that flight. So he's doing longer days. He will continued on from Burgos, but at like 50-60 kilometers. It kills me, like, especially like the likes of yesterday. 24, 28, it's all right, but 50-60. But hopefully now that we've reached the top of, and I want to say this correctly, Alto do Hoyo. Have to be careful, because if you say it wrong, you're pretty much saying penis in Spanish, and I doubt that's the name of the mountain. It's not the tip of the penis, or the Alto mountain of the penis. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Alto do Poio. It's P-O-I-O, so I'm not sure. But that's supposed to be the last sort of hill climb as such. That really nasty one. So now it's sort of undulating up and down as we work ourselves down into the valley to Triacastela. And then out of Triacastela tomorrow, it'll be quite an uphill climb with not much in the way of breakfast until about the 10-kilometer mark. So I'm just going to trundle on, enjoy the epic scenery, and hope for the best. I still have my banana and some bread and butter in my bag, so I can stop for a bit of lunch once I reach the halfway mark. It is a lovely day. Cold, but lovely. Not all the pathways are as well kept as the one that led us up to the top of the hill. This one's clearly been washed out. There used to be a path here, but yeah, it's taken a beating from the weather and the rain. So yeah, Have to be careful coming down these. Over on your ankle, you're a long way from anywhere. And a long way from help. Slowly but surely. Some very lovely little hamlets along the way, little clusters of houses, and very nice indeed. Oh, Camino's this way. It's close. Need to keep a lookout for the signs. Sometimes the landscape is just epic. The way I'm carefully framing this, that you can't see quarry, but yeah, it's gorgeous. The last 10 kilometers of any day always feel like the longest. So you gotta pace yourself. Just arriving into Bal. It's another 4 kilometers on the Triacastela. It's late. And I say late, I mean like it's afternoon, around 2 o'clock, and I still haven't had lunch. I didn't really have breakfast, but I have the bread and banana in my pack, so I'm going to have it unless I find something else to eat very, very soon, because I am hungry and I want to rest my feet for a wee while, take my shoes off, and I need to pee. Really need to pee. Don't know if there's anywhere open here. Only sign for a bar that I can see is closed down there. So it might be taking a seat and urinating somewhere quiet. But Bal's quite small, so I have to be careful. Yeah, I'm just going to grab a seat and eat and then sort myself out afterwards. Finally arrived at Triacastela. I'm feeling weirdly good. Body's fine, legs are fine, feet are fine. Had a nice walk down into the town with a young lad from, I think he was from Galway. No, he's from Clare. He's from Clare. Talking about everything and anything. But yeah, I'm feeling quite sprightly at the moment. It could be that I'm just looking forward to getting a shower, getting my shoes off and relaxing for the day, and hopefully that sets me up for tomorrow to push a little bit further than just going to Sarria. So yeah, I'm going to try and find my accommodation. The smell in this town is fantastic. The hedging along here, you can smell every bit of it. It's a wee suntrap of a town in the middle of a valley, and I'm feeling good.